So welcome back to this channel once again. So I'm again here with a very much interesting topic. So here basically I'm going to discuss multiple subfile display at a time. So here I'm going to display, for example, say here I'm displaying two subfiles. But the case here is I'm displaying one input subfile and one display subfile. So whatever I'm inputting, whatever records I'm inputting in one subfile, I'll be displaying the same in the second subfile. So that will be more dynamic than before. So earlier I created one video which is for multiple subfile display. So there I was displaying two subfiles, but both the subfiles are output subfiles. Basically I was loading those subfiles and then displaying them on the workstation. So now here one is input, so whatever I'm inputting, that will be displaying into the second subfile, which is the display subfile. So let's see what I created. So I'm just calling this program. So you can see I have two subfiles here. So first subfile is this one, which is input subfile, and the second subfile is this one, which is display subfile. And here I can press F3 function key to exit, or I can press enter to add records to the PF. Okay, so whatever I'm inputting here, I'll be seeing here. So if I do page down here, page up, so I'm able to do scroll page up or page down on this subfile only. Or if I do page down here or here, for example here in this area, and do page up, so I can see all up or down past the first or last record in file. Okay, now for example, if I am adding record, so let's say just come out, I would be looking into this file, run query *n student. Okay, so there are no records at all currently in this file. Now call pgm19. So this was a subfile, so I'll be inputting name1, and for example active status. So you can see that record added successfully, and the record which you added is now displaying on the second subfile, which is the display subfile. So this is more dynamic now. For example, I'm adding to name2 inactive, and then I'm adding, for example, I want to write it here, I don't want to write it just next to it. So name3 active, just to page down, I'm going to write that here, for example name4 active. So it's my wish wherever I want to insert those records or write those records, or on which line or on which page, which line, it depends upon me. It will be returned to the subfile, or it will be returned to the PF. Okay, so if I press enter, I can see multiple records added. Now I can see those records are added successfully. So for example, I'm adding 5, name 5 active. Okay, six, name 6 inactive, name 7, okay, 7, name 7 inactive, just page down, name 8, name 8 inactive. Okay, now pressing enter would add those records. I can see those records are added successfully here. So as you can see that those records are added successfully. I can do page down. When I am doing page down in this area, I would be able to page up or page down on this subfile. If I would be doing here in this area, I would be doing here in this subfile. So here you can see the more dynamic feature of a subfile, where I have two subfiles displayed at a one time, and one is input subfile and the other is the display subfile, and whatever I am inputting on subfile 1 will be displayed on the subfile 2. So basically I am adding records from subfile 1 to some file, and then I am from the same file whatever I added from subfile 1, I would be loading that into the subfile 2. So that's make a more dynamic feature to use. Okay, so let's discuss how I build this feature, or how I created this feature. So I just created one physical file which is a student. So this is the student physical file having 3 fields. Okay, now I created one display file. So display file will be having two subfile formats, two subfile. First, this is the first one which is defined in both mode. So these fields are corresponds to the subfile physical file fields, and I use F3 here, CA03 here, and this is a file control format. There you can see on the first subfile you can see SFLINZ is used with indicator this one, and SFL display with this one. So SFLINZ is used here because I'll be loading the, or I'll be, you can say I'm not loading the subfile for subfile 1 which is a input subfile. So I'm just initializing all the records, SFL size number of records, 9999 records with blank values. Okay, and then I'm displaying the subfile. Okay, so that way I'm displaying the input subfile, and for the second, this is the footer where I'm showing some messages based on indicators. This is the second subfile which is displayed in the output mode, which is the display subfile, and here you don't see that SFLINZ because I'm not going to initialize the subfile. I'm going to load the subfile here, so I'm using SFL clear here. Okay, because I need to clear the subfiles every time when I'm loading subfile. Okay, because for example I added one or more than one records into sub pf, I would have to reload the subfile again to show those records which are added. So that will be more dynamic feature for us to have in our programs or in our systems. Okay, so let's just come out. This was the subfile. So display file where we have declared two subfile. So here you can see I declared a student file and the display file having two subfile formats, these one, and associated RRNs using as file keyword, and I defined the RN as well. Now the first thing is first thing I did is I'm in initialization subroutine I am executing the subroutine routine load. So load is basically for loading the second subfile. Okay, so the second subfile will be loaded based on the student file. So at first there will be no record, so the empty subfile will be loaded. So for this indicator 198 is set to off, that is for SFL size. Once 9999 records loaded, we won't be loading anymore. Indicator 11 is off because there are no, at least one record gets loaded to subfile, then only this indicator will be set to on, so that we will be able to display subfile. Okay, so I'm reading the physical file student, and I'm incrementing the RN and writing the fields to the subfile format. And here are the conditions that if indicator 9999 is reached, indicator this to on. If one record, at least one record is loaded, then set this indicator to on as a display. So we can show the second subfile. Okay, so the second subfile is loaded. Now here I am writing the footer, writing the control format for the second subfile. Now I have to do something for the first subfile. So that is the input subfile, so I need to initialize that subfile. Okay, so I am initializing this subfile. So indicator 21 was associated with that, so I'm setting this on, writing the control format, and setting this off. So this is initializing all the subfile SFL size number of records for the subfile 1. Okay, then I am setting this indicator to on, means displaying the subfile SFL display indicator. Then again I am writing the subfile control format so that I would be able to see those number of lines, entry lines, which are initialized as blank. Okay, then I am reading subfile control format and first one and the second one, so that I would be able to see those two subfiles. So I'm not using the execute format here. So the basic thing is I don't need to use, I should not use execute format. I would be using write and read. Okay, these things. So this is the thing. And then once the subfile is in front of us, what we'll be doing, um, either we are pressing in F3 to exit, or we are adding the records. So if we are adding the records, so we are reading the change records in the subfile, that input subfile, okay, and then we are evaluating the subfile fields to the file fields and writing the records to the PF. So whatever number of records are inputted into the input subfile, that will be added to the PF student. Okay, so either one or more than one records are added to the PF using that uh, change record subfile feature, and then setting these indicators to on and off based on this added count, either one or greater than one or no count, so that I will be seeing that record added successfully or multiple records added. Okay, then I added record to the input file to the PF, and then I have to reload the subfile. So for reloading the subfile, I have to clear the subfile first, because if I don't clear the subfile, I would be trying to write the duplicate records into the subfile. Okay, so I'm clearing the subfile. So the same way I initialize, so clear will be working the same way. So clear will simply empty the subfile, but initialize will initialize the subfile with blank values till SFL size value number. Okay, so indicate 20 is on, off, and then writing the key, and then before that, in between that, I'm writing the subfile control format so that I would be able to clear the subfile. Then loading the subroutine again. So this is the functioning basically, which is very simple. So I'm just doing the things for the two subfiles. So loading the second subfile, initializing the first subfile, then displaying them, and then whatever has been put to the subfile one input subfile, that will be added to the PF. And after adding to the PF through this code, okay, then I am again loading the subfile before clearing, after clearing them. Okay, so this is the simple logic, and if I'm calling, I can see that these were the records which were already added, 8. So for example, I'm adding 9, name 9, I'm not giving the status. For example, 10, name 10, it depends upon me wherever I want to write. Press enter. So 1 and 10 are added, name 1 and name 10. Okay, multiple records added. So this is the way, this is a more dynamic way through which you can display more than one subfile at a time. And you can here I'm displaying one input subfile and one output, or output you can say display subfile. Okay, that's the thing in this video. Thank you and have a nice time.